everybody. Welcome to Reaction Shots for March 2026. Fun news. Because we're a little late, we're going to also do a bonus episode this month later on because two-thirds of us have watched Billy Jack.
Yes.
And we have thoughts. We have lots of thoughts. All we'll say right now is that is the hardest PG I have maybe ever seen. But yeah, we'll talk about Billy Jack in its own bonus episode later this month. Sort of make good because we're already like more than a week into this month, and I felt bad. But
Please
yeah, we'll
look
talk
forward
about that.
to it. Billy Jack.
Yeah, that'll be in like a week or so. Because it's hectic work schedules and stuff for Huber right now. So,
Yes. We're gonna crescent kick out a bonus episode.
Yeah. But yeah, so this month we're talking about the late and ever so great Katherine O'Hara. This one hurt.
Yeah.
She was, I've always loved her and I've always thought she was wonderful. I never really realized how important she was to me, or like how many movies she's in that are like all-time favorites of mine.
All-timers.
Also, like I guess I did sort of know this, but like she really kind of reminded me of my mom in a lot of ways. So like that's also was sort of a kick in the teeth. But yeah, so that we're going to talk about that, but it'll be nice and fun. It won't be sad. It'll be nice and fun.
Yeah.
But then also, before we get into that, we're going to talk about what we've seen lately. I'm going to go first because otherwise I'm going to not, I don't want to forget.
Go.
None of us remember if we talked about Another Round on the show or not, or if that was in real life. But I watched Another Round and that movie was great. I really liked it. Something about Scandinavian cinema, dude.
I don't know what it is, so please describe it for me.
Well,
you'll love this movie.
You'll love this movie. In its original Danish or whatever, it's called Drik, I think, which just means drink. So they didn't translate it as just drink. They translated it as Another Round. It's Mads Mikkelsen and his friends. They're teachers at a school, and the general premise is one of them hears like a pseudoscience study that someone is doing that says that humans are born with zero point 0.5 too low of a blood alcohol level. And so that humans are supposed to be slightly buzzed all the time to have like maximum peak performance. And, it kind of goes from there. One of the characters is in a place in his life where he's just like, kind of like, fuck it, I'm going to try it. and
It goes like from there. Cranked, but with alcohol.
Yeah, sort of. It's sort of. It's a great movie. But anyway, I also sat down, had a viewing of the 4K Blu-ray that I've owned for years that I'd never watched. Barry fucking Lyndon, dude.
Oh, I'm so happy. Me and you. So Huber kept encouraging both of us to watch this movie. And then I watched it and I was like, probably my favorite, maybe top two Kubrick movies. So
for sure.
Gotta hear your thoughts.
Yeah, go off.
It's Sophia's favorite Kubrick movie, one of her favorite movies of all time. It's because Sophia is like she's got the taste of like a grandpa, because she loves like men on boats and like war stuff and like like dad core shit, which I think is so funny. But she didn't spoil the fact that it's a fucking comedy.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's like uproariously weird, and like because she was always just like, she would always just try to entice me because she didn't want to spoil that. She was just like, she's like, the cinematography is legendary, like NASA lenses, like shot with candlelight. It's nearly impossible film to make. Like,
yeah, you can oversell the comedy, and then you can be like, this isn't funny.
But it was really funny because I watched it with Sophia, who has seen it a bunch of times, and then myself and our friend Sarah, and neither of us had seen it, but we were like cautiously kind of like warming up to the fact that like it's meant to be funny. Cause like we kept being like, what? Like, and then some people like kind of look at us, you know? And then we were like, eventually we were just like, this is a comedy. And she's like, yeah. She's like, I couldn't tell you. I feel like it's a shame to not have Sophia on here to talk about it. But like, yeah, dude, that movie's nuts. 3 hours, like 2 hours and 40 minutes or whatever, flies by. I think it actually
Yeah.
might be. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Also, like
Redmond Barry.
Lyndon Barry, dude, what a piece of work.
I know, what a piece of work. Like, one of the craziest characters in movies.
It was so nuts. Because also, like, they did such a good job of being like, especially for the first half of the movie. And like, this is big spoilers, but like, for the first half of the movie, I'm just kind of like, all right, this guy's sort of a drip. Like, he kind of sucks, but like, I'm kind of on side, you know? I'm like, all right, you know, he's passionate and he's a dumbass, but like, I'm kind of, like, we kept just saying that like that Barry's just all vibes. Like he just kind of like vibes himself into the army, accidentally vibes himself into a different army,
Holy.
like accidentally vibes himself into being a card sharp. Like he just kind of like rides whatever is happening, which is so funny, and yet like doesn't feel like a reactive protagonist in like the way that sometimes could happen in a story like that, where someone's just kind of riding the tides of fate. And like a Kubrick, like the fact that it's a Kubrick movie is fascinating because it doesn't feel like any of his other movies, but you can still tell it's a Kubrick movie. Like it has a narrator. Like it's so weird. I loved it anyway. And it's
Hell
gorgeous, obviously, like sumptuous visuals.
Oh, it's one of my favorite movies to just sit in and look at. Oh,
Yeah. I was like never bored.
yeah.
It was incredible. And then like there definitely came a point in the movie where I was just like, no, fuck this guy. I was just like, fuck this asshole.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
keeps escalating and escalating, and he gets like deeper in it.
As soon as he squanders that beautiful wife, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. It has like a resurgence of popularity right now. There's a very cool combination or cut up along with a rap song on TikTok right now that's been making the rounds probably in the last half a year, where they match some things happening in the movie with rap lyrics. It's very
Crazy.
funny. I'll try and like send it to you all after. But that made people go back and actually watch the movie, which I think is great. Anything that gets people into watching fun movies again. It has like a very kind of like Russian literature sensibility. It's based on a novel, but I think if people like this movie, there's also a great Russian novel with a lot of duels that this reminded me of. There's a Russian book called Lermontov, A Hero of Our Times. And sorry, I'm not trying to do Russian soft power. I apologize. This is old Russian classic literature from centuries ago. But it's basically like pieces of shit like Barry. You know, it's about an anti-hero who's awful and keeps like doing, you know, terrible lackadaisical things in his life and wanders in from situation to situation with, you know, bad luck until good luck until his bad luck catches up with him. So.
I mean, one of my I grapple with this as well because one of my favorite authors of all time is Vladimir Nabokov, and like, you know, lived in America, I think, eventually, but like was Russian, I believe, and like this entire shelf is Nabokov stuff, pretty much. But like, I think there's a House of Leaves on there too. Yeah.
Well,
also,
America's
shout out to
a
the
piece of shit
duelists.
country. Yeah.
I mean,
Ridley
America's
Scott.
the worst. Yeah, he went from shit to shit. But yeah, anyways, Barry Lyndon, dude. What the
Barry
fuck?
Lyndon's great. Barry Lyndon's amazing.
So crazy.
Peak.
And then I watched the like behind the scenes featurette on the Criterion Blu-ray.
The bonus features are amazing.
They're always
There's
so
a
good.
bunch of other bonus features on there I'm looking forward to getting to, but like it's God, just like they were referencing like nobody did it like Kubrick, man. Like all the
Hmm.
just referencing constant, like there were like 50 shots in there where I was like, oh, I've seen that painting. Like
Hmm.
it's like, oh yeah, hey.
So many.
Like, and the costumes, like some of the costumes were legitimately from the period. Like a lot of them were reproductions, but a lot of them were just from then. And I'm just like, this is nuts.
Best.
Crazy movie.
I love
They
Kubrick
got
so
like
much. Oh,
apparently they got threats from like uh the Ireland in Ireland, so they just like had to change where they were shooting like half the movie. And someone in the back in the documentary was like, Kubrick's a very principled guy, but when his life is threatened, he was just like, all right, let's go. Yeah.
my favorite quote, and I think it's so true, is from Spielberg when he was like, if you put a Stanley Kubrick movie on, if you look at it, like you cannot look away.
Yeah, you can't stop.
You cannot
Can't
stop. Like, and you put any Kubrick movie on and you will just like get lost in it until it's
Yeah.
over.
That's like I saw a thing that goes around. I've seen it a couple of times now. It makes the rounds, but it's like, oh, I'm just gonna throw on something while I cook, and then it's just a guy standing there with like tortillas and a frying pan and like a and a thing, watching the intro to Deep Space Nine, just
Oh my
like
God.
conducting it with his, just standing there.
It's funny.
Yeah, that's everything I can remember that I saw. So if I saw something else, I forgot
Hell
about
yeah.
it. What about you, Ubisoft?
First was Crime 101.
Oh yeah, you
Saw
were
that
really
in the
excited about that.
theater. I really loved it.
Oh
I
good.
really loved it. It goes into some things that I was not expecting. Some like really good class and race commentary that I was
Oh.
not anticipating from it. I thought it was just going to be a good old fashioned like heist thriller, and it like goes into stuff. Obviously,
I
Halle
thought it would
Berry
deal
is
with
in
like
there
classism too from
Yeah.
the trailer.
for sure. It definitely does. I always like my crime thrillers brutal and rated R. This one is a little softer than that
Hmm.
in terms of like tone and content and vibes. Like it is a little easier watch than something like like a Heat or The
Right.
Town or something. It's a little more chill. But I really, really loved it. I thought Chris Hemsworth was fucking awesome. Like the cast in this is just everyone is good. Barry Keoghan in this movie is quite a character. That's all I can say about that. And then just Mark Ruffalo. I love Mark Ruffalo. Like especially Mark Ruffalo as like the grizzled cop, grizzled detective. He's just like at the end of his rope, just like has been chasing this thief for a long time. So yeah, really, really good movie. One of those movies too that's just like filmed in a lot of spots in LA. It's a very LA movie. So if you like
Nice.
kind of that like urban LA landscape vibe, like Training Day or something, definitely check it out. Speaking of which, I had been wanting to rewatch something that reminded me of Crime 101 and Training Day that I had not seen in so fucking long. Falling Down.
Oh.
One of my all-timers from childhood. Holy
I'm very
fuck.
curious about that one
Yeah,
because
whoa.
that one I don't know how it reads now. Yeah.
Yeah, because even when it came out, they were like, they did a retrospective like talk on this, Schumacher and Michael Douglas and stuff. And they were like, yeah, even when it debuted, sometimes the audience would cheer for Michael Douglas's character, and we always envisioned him as the villain of this movie. He has like one of the most famous lines in movies where he's like, I'm the bad guy. Just like iconic line from Michael Douglas. This movie is fucking unhinged. It's super 90s, so I don't think it holds up for like what it's trying to do, because it is heavily about like this white man Breaking Bad in LA and taking his rage out on just everyone. The good thing is, though, I'm gonna spoil something. The good thing that made me not feel bad at the end of it was like, this is a spoiler, I'm sorry. He only kills he only kills one person in the movie, and that one person is a Nazi.
It's the Nazi.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. He kills the fucking Nazi.
It's a very uncomfortable movie. He's like shopping at the Nazi memorabilia shop, and we're like, where is this movie going? Yeah.
Yeah. And I just remember
dude like, in LA traffic, he flips out. I'm grumpy in traffic.
He just leaves his car.
And then you have, of course, one of the other motivators for me to watch it was because, of course, Robert Duvall just passed away, and he's the detective on his last day on the job. And then he, gets basically kind of like accidentally gets the case to track Michael Douglas down. So, yeah.
That movie is it's one of those movies where it's kind of like Fight Club, where it's like there's a set of people who are gonna like take the wrong message from this movie, where it's like where like the filmmakers are like, no, like don't emulate these guys, like no, like that's not what this movie's about. These guys, it's not in celebration of this. Like
I was imagining what a remake could do, or even if you could remake it, I was like imagining it in modern times. I was like, what could we do with this movie? Because I feel like you could bring it back in like a really good modern way.
But
I feel like a lot
it's
of
like ready for commentary.
I feel like a lot of these like online like rage post people.
Yeah.
They think they're Michael Douglas.
Totally.
You know, they think they have like some kind of righteous anger.
It was crazy like, watching it now. I was
you
like,
just read it wrong, man. Like,
totally.
Yeah.
And definitely just one of my favorites as a kid, because I loved like the burger spot. It reminded me of Grand Theft Auto. You know, I was watching this movie and I was like 7. I didn't get any of the racial commentary, like none of that. Just like, oh, Michael Douglas going to shoot up a burger place. Like, that's cool. I'm like 7. Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to remember
Schumacher.
when I saw this. I was trying to remember when I saw this because I don't think I was in LA yet. Mm-hmm. So I think I didn't have that like LA context yet.
Mm-hmm.
So early Schumacher, he did interesting things. I remember being really attracted to that type of filmmaking when I was younger, like Flatliners, and what else did he do?
Flatliners.
Yeah, I remember thinking Flatliners was like super fascinating when I was younger, and that's something I haven't again revisited. I forgot what else he did. There was like a period where it was like
Batman,
early,
there was
early Schumacher, and then like late Schumacher, and like his early stuff was really dark and edgy.
This is a gritty one. It's crazy.
It's interesting to me. Oh God, I forgot he directed 8mm.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's him.
That's dark Schumacher. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he had like a grimy, nasty fucking period, dude. Holy
shit.
Fuck. Phone booth, dude. Like Jesus Christ. Lost Boys?
Is that's early
right.
Schumacher? Yeah, that's amazing.
They almost fired.
One of the best.
Yeah.
I love Lost Boys.
I'm trying to watch the Lost Boys.
I love
What's
Lost
that
Boys.
from?
Reservoir Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
It's so interesting now because, like, I saw all these movies when I was a teenager, and I didn't know Joel Schumacher was gay at the time. And, like, so it's so interesting now to, like, think back through his oeuvre with like that context also.
Oh my God, yeah, the Nazi says that word like 20 times in the movie because there's the 2 gay guys in the store.
Yeah.
And I love it too because like the Nazi guy like kicks him out, and one of the gay guys is like ready to fight, and the other one's like, no, let's go. But on his way out, he like slams the glasses case down. I was like, yes. Like just like slams it down, and they like bounce away. I was like, get his ass. It was so good.
It's crazy.
Fuck this guy's store. Crazy movie.
He directed a music video for the band Bush.
Whoa. Glycerine.
Glycerine.
Also wanted to hit up another childhood classic, and I thought it was another timely one because it deals with some like totalitarian shit. Equilibrium.
Yo,
I
Gun
always wanted to see that.
My brother took me to see this in the movie theater.
Holy shit! You're one of the you're the two people that saw this in the
Yes.
movie theater.
This was another one of my childhood favorites, and I hadn't seen it in like 15 plus years.
I rented
So funny
this one a lot post Matrix.
Oh my God,
Like, oh my
yeah.
God, like
Used
give
to
me
watch it.
everything.
Yeah, I used to watch it so many times at home on DVD. And like, it's so funny because now as an adult, I want the opposite thing. I want more lore and emotion and world building versus action, you know?
Yeah.
So I wanted them to go harder on that stuff when I was watching it now. And they don't really have the best world building. It's all about like sense offenders.
Yeah,
You
'cause
have the
you can't have feelings, right?
you can't have feelings. Everybody's on these pills that like make sure they can't
Right, yeah,
feel
yeah, yeah.
anything.
And doesn't he
then,
have like a puppy? He like finds a puppy, and that's what gets him in
John
trouble?
Wick? I was like, what is John Wick ripped this off?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Christian
Yeah.
Bale finds a puppy and feels happiness, and then the police come and try to kill him.
Yeah.
And then
and-
Gun
Yeah, and it's Gun Kata, of course, one of the earliest American Gun Kata movies. I was actually looking into like the actual history of that genre.
Oh, yeah.
And it's of course John Woo, A Better Tomorrow, which has been making the rounds, re-releasing in cinemas, which is really crazy. That's kind of like the earliest origin in the 80s, and then like here in the 90s, it was like Matrix and Equilibrium really brought that to the West.
Yeah.
I thought the action mostly held up. That's always so hard for that stuff to hold up nowadays, you know, from the 90s, especially 90s action in America. Sometimes, you know, you get a lot of cuts.
This is pretty, hit or miss.
Really hit or miss. Still really fucking solid, though. Really solid movie, just not as legendary as I quite remember.
Sean Bean, right? Is the
Sean
other
Bean.
guy?
Yeah, and Tay Diggs.
Right,
Tay Diggs
yeah.
hype. Not enough Tay Diggs on my screen.
Love Tay Diggs.
Yeah. I got
you
like
talking about action editing just made me think about Billy Jack again. Watch Billy Jack humor. We gotta talk about Billy Jack soon.
100%. I
It's
can't
in
wait.
my mind.
I'm gonna
right
watch
now.
all of them too. I'm gonna do the full marathon.
What?
Yeah.
Don't make us watch.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go hard.
You can tell us about the other ones.
Okay.
Watch Billy Jack first and see how you feel.
And then I'll check in with you both for sure.
I didn't hate Billy Jack. I don't want it to sound like I did. But we'll talk about it later. But yeah,
Switching gears. Hoppers. Disney
Big gear
Pixar. Big gear switch. We're getting jolly now.
although didn't you say it was like 4 grown-ups?
This movie really felt like for grown-ups. I mean, you know, a lot of Disney Pixar movies they have the like grown-up element where the
Yeah.
kids might not catch wind of the themes and what's exactly going on under the surface. This movie's kind of intense though, like scary a little bit, like a little bit violent, like
What's
whoa.
even the premise? I saw like
So
I've seen one
Yeah.
billboard and like 3 seconds of a trailer.
So the main premise is that these scientists make little robot animals that you can insert your consciousness into, and then you go into the husk of the animal, and then you can communicate with the other animals.
Oh.
So the main young girl wants to save this glade that she and her grandma used to hang out on all the time. You can theorize what happens there. It's Disney Pixar, obviously.
Yeah.
The movie's not incredibly sad. They do a nice job of like, oh, we're gonna be sad, but we're not gonna sit in the sadness. We're a happy movie mostly. So she wants to save this glade, and then she, you know, obviously the premise of the movie, she gets inside this like beaver husk body, and then she becomes an animal and like starts talking to animals. It's like, we got to save the glade or whatever, because this sketch mayor is trying to build the mayor is trying to build like a freeway that will save like 70 seconds on people's commute. So they're like destroying like nature.
There's some
all the animals
commentary
are like,
here.
all
There's
the
some
animals are
commentary.
like running away. It's like insane. Like, we can save 70 seconds. It's like insane.
This is like Pompoko then, essentially. The Ghibli movie Pompoko with the
I don't know if I've seen that
raccoons.
one.
It's the one with the raccoons, the famous one where the raccoons spread their under parts.
The Tanukis.
Yeah.
I actually have not
Tanukis,
seen that Ghibli movie.
Oh,
Pompoko.
it's very good. It's
I
one of my
haven't seen this
favorites
one.
just because I love
Movie.
Tanukis and raccoons. Yeah, but they
Ooh.
like kind of like they spread their nuts out, not to be crass, but that's essentially what happens.
funny.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Don't they, like, fly around
It's part
on
of,
it?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
part of the like Tanuki
The lore,
legend.
yeah.
Yeah, and so there's like two different drawings. There's like kind of like raccoon dogs and tanukis, and when they transform and then they fly around, spreading that out. Yeah,
It's
that's
insane.
very cool. But it's kind of the same story with construction things moving through and destroying people's neighborhoods. Yeah,
Shout out to Fern Gully.
Yeah, Fern Gully also.
There's even an Avatar reference.
Wow. I was gonna say very Avatar.
Yep. Really loved it. It's maybe a little too hopeful, even for me. Like maybe it is a little naive and hopeful of a movie. But it's got a good positive message. You know, it's about the fucking animals. It's about coexisting. Like we need that sometimes. We need that kind of message, kind of movie.
What is that from? Don't do that. Don't give me hope.
Endgame.
Endgame, right. And then Mad Max he says hope is a mistake. If you don't kill what's wrong, you'll go mad or whatever. You'll go insane.
It's time for a Mad Max rewatch.
Or if you don't fix what's broken, you'll go insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Really good. The fucking animation also is. I have not been visually impressed by like animation in so long. It was a really beautiful movie.
Is this movie performing well?
Yes, I think the critics are blown away. It has insane reviews.
Hoppers,
like 10 out of 10 reviews. I think it was like 90 plus.
Okay, yeah, worldwide 90 million.
Nice.
So it's probably not made its money back yet, but who knows?
Yeah, a lot of it. Like people at my other job, they were like, "What is Hoppers?" Like even my friend who's obsessed with animated movies.
Yeah.
I was blown away he didn't know because all he ever talks about is animated movies. It's his favorite genre. I was like, you see Hoppers yet? He's like, what's that? I was like, wait, what?
What's the... That's my kind of what I was saying is like, I feel like they haven't been like advertising it. Mm-hmm. Does Box Office Mojo not show budgets anymore?
I don't know.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Nothing has a fucking budget anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, super good. Check it out. Hoppers. Maybe when it comes around to streaming, which it eventually will, give it a go or see it in the theater. It's a good time to watch a Disney Pixar movie sometimes, you know? Mm-hmm. Some of the best in the biz. Legendary shit. I'm a Walt Disney fan. The man Walt Disney. Like the old man. You know, I watch a lot of like documentaries on Walt.
Dead.
I know.
He's not old, he's dead.
Yeah. The dead man, Walt Disney. Rest in peace. Yeah. And then lastly, on Netflix, a dad movie, War Machine. You know about this one?
No.
Came out.
I do know about it. I saw a trailer for it.
Yes. Yeah. It has my man, Alan Ritchson. He's Reacher. He is Jack Reacher himself. I love this actor.
It's a Jack Reacher movie?
Everybody wants him to be the DC.
He just plays Jack Reacher.
Yeah. Everybody wants him to be Batman in James Gunn's Batman verse. They're like campaigning hard for that because he looks like he could be a good Bruce Wayne and a Batman. This is a fun, good time. I would compare this movie to Predator and Independence Day with a slice of Metal Gear Solid.
Praise.
Yeah. So it's the premise. It's not a spoiler, but it's one of those movies that just starts as like, we're on a military training exercise. It's a military movie for the first half and then a fucking alien movie for the second half.
That actually sounds kind of fun.
It's really fun. The alien is a giant Metal Gear mech, and it is portrayed like a slasher movie villain. You know, every time it emerges or like chases them down, it's like a fucking slasher movie. It's crazy. Just a fun time. Not overly military, rah, rah. You know, it's way more about like the character and his brother and just the squad themselves. And then just like surviving in the woods, Predator style. So, yeah. Easy watch, hour 40 something on Netflix. It was breaking records. There's going to be another one for sure. Guaranteed they'll make more of these. Like, it sucks because I feel like Netflix sequels are always a letdown. Like, I really liked The Old Guard with Charlize Theron and Extraction with Chris Hemsworth. And then both of those sequels, like Extraction 2 was okay. Old Guard 2 was whack. So I hope they just like, if they do make a War Machine 2, like don't botch it.
The only Extraction I've seen is the long take from Extraction 2.
Cool. There's a good one in
cool
one too. Take. Yeah. On the train.
It was like all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
He like went all over the place.
Yeah. Sick.
It was crazy. I watched like behind the scenes about it. I was like, whoa.
Extraction's cool. Yeah. So there it is. Sorry. I watched a lot of shit. And then I'm excited for next time we'll bring up the Oscars. I watched like The Secret Agent. I don't want to go like too hard into Oscars.
But did you like it? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it's good, right?
That's both of them.
Good, right? Yeah.
Up,
Yeah, it's fantastic. I hope it wins. I hope it wins a lot of shit.
That movie's good.
I hope it wins everything it can win. Yeah.
Where is it from?
Brazil.
It's Brazil, yeah.
I didn't know it was going to go so hard until like historical context. I was learning a lot. And I love that in a movie where I'm like, where I want to look into like, oh, what is that historical context? What is that political context?
About the military dictatorship.
Yes, like all that stuff. Yeah, so that's... And last thing, I love when any movie is set in a movie theater. It's one of the spaces in the movie. They like have a little movie theater.
It's a lot about movies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's really beautiful, the story of that movie theater in that movie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's very cool. It's very cool.
Highly recommend. That's on Hulu. I think 8 out of 10 I looked up. 8 out of 10 of the Oscar movies are streaming for
I thought you were rating it an 8 out of 10. I was like, that's kind of low.
No, that's a fucking 10 out of 10.
Loved it. 6 out of 10.
Any movie that can be extremely gritty, but also fun and energetic, shout out 10 out of 10. That's how I describe it for sure.
A lot of heart in that one. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, hit us.
Okay. So, I wish I could have watched more. Had an adventurous month. I was traveling. Isla, you heard some of my wild stories. I it's a bit of a falling down month. Some Nazis ran into me, literally, metaphorically.
Right. Goddamn.
I don't want to get into it.
Is everything okay?
For another day. Yeah, I'm cool. But yeah, it was wild.
But you saw a good concert, if I recall.
Did I? Oh, I saw 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. I was in New Orleans. I went to go visit my grandmother. It was my birthday. It was Jessica's birthday. I got sick. A bunch of stuff happened. It was a whirlwind month. I did see some stuff.
I feel like we should have a camera on you at all times, and it would just be like an insane documentary.
Yeah.
Isla has heard 10% of my stories, and she's like,
we wrote a movie about it. But like, sort of.
But a little bit of some of the viewing I was able to do. We got a Peacock subscription, watch Ponies. That was kind of fun. The Emilia Clarke spy thing. Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones. Haley Richardson from White Lotus. It was fun. They're like Cold War spies.
I saw Emilia Clarke talking about it and just like how nice it was to make that movie because she had so much fun. Yeah, I somehow saw that video where she was like, after everything I've done, this one was so fun.
So I only know her from Game of Thrones. I have not seen her other stuff. I have not followed her career outside of that. So I only know her as like the, kind of like intimidating dragon, person. So seeing her as the spy, she's very timid because she's kind of thrown into this situation in this Cold War spy thriller. It's like America, Russia thing. The setup in the first episode, her and this other woman, they're like in the embassy in Russia and their husbands die. Their husbands are the spies. This is the first episode of the series. And
so it's a show.
It's a show. It's like it's a series
Totally thought it was a movie.
on Peacock. Yeah. So
I think I might still have Peacock because my sister accidentally got a month of it for me for
Oh,
the
what?
Olympics.
I got it for
Maybe
the
I'll watch it.
Olympics, so I got it.
Yeah,
I actually
sister's
have
trying
it.
to
same
get it for
here.
the
We got it for
Olympics.
the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh yeah, I watched a bunch of
yeah.
the Olympics. That's what
And
I
we're
was
like,
watching, but-
we got some time left. What do we watch? And we watch Ponies.
Hell yeah.
And so Ponies stands for person of no interest. And so that's what they are. They're like kind of like, you know, not really being paid attention to. And so they're like, you be spies. You're here. And so they're trying to figure out what happened to their husbands. And so they're kind of like spying around. But she's really timid. She's not like this fierce kind of like person. I'm going to fuck you up and burn your towns down with a dragon. And I was like, oh, you know, like seeing an actor do a couple different things, you know, you get to get a feel for their range. And I was like, oh, she's very good. Like I was impressed. So that was cool to see. And it's fun. It's very pulpy. It's not a very believable spy thriller. But I kind of have this rule sometimes for movies or shows where I'm like, well, if you're making choices that aren't very believable, or I'm like, I don't really buy that. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, is that a fun choice? Is it entertaining? Yeah, I'll forgive it.
Yeah.
That's kind of my rule of thumb, where I'm like, I know a little bit about this historical context, and that does not seem to fly. That doesn't make sense. But I'm like, am I being entertained by that choice? Okay, at least you made it for a fun reason. So that's kind of like where Ponies is. So you should use your own personal barometer. If you're like, I don't really have much patience for things that are nonsensical, then this isn't the show for you. But if you're like, you know, you like good chemistry between the leads, these two women have a lot of fun together, and you want to watch kind of a fluffy spy show, I kind of compared it to, what was the show, like the Black Doves? Is that the name of it? At Christmas?
Yeah. I like that show.
It's kind
actually.
of that level. It's kind of that level of like, you know, believability, fun.
Like a night agent.
Or like kind of a good Alias, where before it had completely gone off the rails. It was kind of pulpy, fun spy stuff. You know, I would put it in that ballpark. I really enjoyed it though. I had a great time watching it.
Sick.
And then I watched for my birthday. I love to watch martial arts movies.
What we watch?
I watched Righting Wrongs, which is a Hong Kong action movie with Cynthia Rothrock.
Oh, the legend.
So you know who she is.
Of course.
She's an American martial arts expert who is, she's in a lot of Hong Kong movies. And if you see the way she like moves and kicks and stuff, I feel like she's like the prototype for Chun-Li. I feel like
she's so fucking awesome.
Animators and Street Fighters who had to be looking at her and being like, okay, that's how we're gonna like design the pixels. Like you'll see some spinning bird kicks and some yep. Like, it's amazing to watch her go. She's an incredible. She has like 7 black belts. She's done some.
Yes,
really
Madam with Michelle.
Yes, Madam Michelle. I was just about to bring it up.
Incredible.
So, you should watch.
Sounds hot.
Yes, Madam. Yes, it's great. They're a tag team. You should watch Yes, Madam with Michelle Yeoh, and Righting Wrongs is the other one to check out with Cynthia Rothrock. This is a movie that you know, no one is safe from death in this film, which I respect. If you see a movie and you see some wild stunt, and you're like, somebody would totally die if they did that in real life. Oh. Okay. Okay. They died. All right, cool. Yeah, like people fucking die in this movie. Like, you know, left and right, like main characters, just everybody, if they do something death defying, it's not death defying. So I respected that in this film. And then I watched
Wait, I want to give a shout out to her. She's in this it's probably terrible now. It was a B budget. We had it on VHS, this movie called Fast Getaway. And it had Corey Haim and Cynthia Rothrock. And it was a bank robbery movie. Crazy. And she's in that. She's in that. There's like a little bit of, it's not really a martial arts movie, but like she kicks people and fucks them up still. It was called Fast Getaway.
Fast Getaway, okay.
One of my childhood movies, but I have not seen it legitimately in 25 years. But I used to watch it all the time. So I wanted to shout that out.
I used to watch The Chase a lot as a teenager.
Yes!
Probably doesn't hold up. Probably does not hold up.
Yo, I want to watch
License
The Chase
to Drive.
now.
Do you remember License to Drive?
I've never seen
Yeah,
License to
with Corey. I think
Drive.
that's Corey Haim.
Yo,
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Is The Chase streaming? Oh my god.
What a fucking movie. God.
Damn it.
I did not know Cynthia Rothrock was in that. I got to check that out though.
The Fast Getaway?
Fast Getaway, yeah.
The Chase is
fun.
not streaming.
So
Damn
she's
it.
a recent discovery for me after I saw Yes Madam, and I was like blown away. I was like, "Who is this?" I haven't like her like skills were just incredible. And sorry,
Yeah.
I have my martial arts corner every episode, but like I just
That's okay.
after I filmed in Hong Kong, I was just like got even more into it. I liked it so much, and then seeing locations that I recognized, I was like, okay, I started going down a rabbit hole. And so I also watched One Armed Swordsman. If you've ever seen that before, it is like just fundamental martial arts viewing. It is even cooler than it sounds. It's directed by Chong Che, who is he's directed some of my favorite movies. John Woo worked for him. John Woo was an assistant director on some of his movies.
Okay.
He was an assistant director, but he definitely worked with him and learned a lot from him. And he did Five Deadly Venoms, Five Elements Ninjas, Kid with the Golden Arm. I realized he was like, oh, this is the guy who's done so many of my favorite movies. He's got a visual flair. He's so creative. These movies are just like a visual feast. Like you're not just seeing like cool fights. You're seeing like beautiful colors splashed everywhere, creative
Sick.
choreography, like they're like ballets. Timothy Chalamet would hate them.
Oh
He
my
would be
God.
like, this is boring. Nobody wants to watch this. No, but like anybody could look at these movies. I put some of them on for friends on my birthdays who don't even care about martial arts. And these are incredible. Thank you
Can't
for putting
look
these
away.
on. Yeah. But I watched One Armed Swordsman. It's a guy, his arm gets chopped off accidentally by his sister. And he's like, and they're like, I'm sorry. And then he runs away. And he falls in love with a peasant girl. But then he ends up defending his sister's, his dad, his kung fu master in a climactic battle. Even though he's only got one arm, the peasant girl has some secret scrolls that teach him how to fight with one arm even better than before.
Whoa.
Very, very cool stuff. Very it's like video game stories. Video game stories get their inspiration from this. So such cool stuff. I loved it. Oh, and something you'll be happy about. I watched The Expanse finally. The first season of The Expanse.
First season?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Your conversations about it were so ubiquitous, and I was like, "Wow, they're being so mendacious about it." And
It's vocab, bro.
yeah. And I was like, "Well, the accents were a bit of a stumbling block."
Listen,
there's a bit polyglottal. It was a bit polyglottal.
Listen, when you're trying to
But,
invent
like-
future patois, what are you gonna do? You
I was
mix
sneaking in the
Chinese,
code word. I don't know if you noticed.
like Spanish. You mix in like Creole for some reason. Whatever. You gotta do something, right? Like in a book, you can just say like they talk like this, but like in a show, it's like okay, well now we actually have to do what this sounds like. And it's gonna be what it is.
I was like, oh, this is a lot to get there. I was like, but I started to be like, this is like the Beyond Good and Evil, video game vibe, do you remember that game? The game
I never really played any of them.
2?
Oh, yeah.
It's got that feeling to it.
And
they
Mass
have that
Effect,
kind
of course.
accent in it, yeah. But I watched the first season. I was into it. I like them. I like it better when they're in space or on the ships. I have to admit, at least so far, better than when they're grounded. Like and in tunnels.
I mean, when they're grounded, they're also like think of it as like they're on a base on an asteroid usually, right? Like they're not like they're still basically in space.
It's true. But like
know?
somehow the storyline seemed a little cooler
Oh,
when they're like, up in space. But
It's
I'm
funny 'cause
into it.
At first in season 1, I didn't love the Miller storyline because I was like, what is this? What are we trying to do? And now I love Miller. Like Miller is like fucking great.
Is Millie the one with the hair that's like
Thomas Jane.
Tom Jane.
Yeah. Yeah, I was into that. That was cool. And his partner, I hope he teams back up with her. She seemed cool. The one who I kind of felt had feelings for. We'll see. But we'll see
It's
where it
been
goes.
years. I don't
I'm into
remember
it.
specifically in season one, and I've read all the books since then. So
Yeah.
like the books are interesting because like, is Drummer in season one, or do they introduce her
Drummer.
later?
I'm still learning the names. I'm
Drummer might
still
be like season 2.
I think she's maybe season two. Like tied for hottest woman ever on the show, like with the very first girl.
well, something to
Anyway,
look forward to then.
well, drummer, like it's interesting because in the books, like some of the characters are like they made one character in the show that are like three different characters in the books, and you're like, okay, this just makes sense to condense that into one person. Like that makes sense. Like stuff like that happens. So like the books are a little different. Anyway, Expanse is great. And it's interesting. It's kind of like, yeah, the show ends on my least favorite book, which is a bit of a bummer because where it goes after that is crazy.
Yeah,
I
Matt,
heard
do you
it
know that it
ended
got
early.
canceled
Yeah.
like 2 times and renewed?
It got canceled like 2.5
yeah,
times.
yeah.
And
Like it was on Sci-Fi, and then Amazon picked it up.
I think
or-
Sci-Fi canceled
Yeah.
it maybe twice, but definitely
Yeah.
once. And then
Yeah,
Amazon like resurrected it because
yeah,
somebody over there liked it, and then eventually they more kind of like stopped it at a natural stopping point,
Yeah.
like chose not to renew more than canceled
yeah.
it.
Still
'Cause
has a nice ending, but like
it
there's
does
still
end.
Yeah.
Like they ended it at a part that makes sense to end it, especially where the books go after that. Like it makes sense to end the show where it ended. But yeah.
Well, cool. I broke the seal on it in terms
Hell
of
yeah.
like I'm off and running. I gave it a try a couple years ago, and I heard like I got a whiff of some of those accents, and I was like, ooh, and I put it back down. But now
Listen.
I'm off and running. Yeah, I'm through the first season.
Listen,
so.
boss man,
yeah.
it's good. It's good, Beltalowda, dude.
Beltalowda,
Beltalowda.
the fucking best. I fucking miss it.
I know. I hope that new game is good. Like
I have a lot of hope. I'm very optimistic about it.
I feel like like all of our Mass Effect like hopes are riding on the new Expanse game for some reason.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's gonna be
when's
good.
that come out? Does that
This
still
year. I don't
exist?
think there's a hard date, but it's this year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good timing. I didn't realize there was a game. So
There's a new game.
Yeah.
It looks kind of
Oh.
crazy.
cool.
And there's a really good Telltale style game where you play as Drummer, and it's I think like a prequel to
Yeah.
what she's up to in the show, which is really cool. And it's in the universe of the show, like it's the same likeness and everything as in the show. And
Nice.
Huber and I streamed it, and it was wonderful. Yeah,
Cool.
sick. Anything else? Or are we good to talk about Katherine O'Hara?
Let's
Um,
jump into Catherine.
Yeah, so Katherine O'Hara, dude, like, fucking A, what a career. We asked our patrons at patreon.com/reaction shots about the GOAT, Katherine O'Hara.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, personally, I'll just say, like, I grew up loving the Christopher Guest, like, mockumentary oeuvre, that whole slate. Like, my mom was obsessed with that stuff. We're a big mockumentary house over where I grew up. We would watch this stuff all the time. And, Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind is like huge for me. Best in Show, obviously, is maybe tied or bigger, but like, and then Beetlejuice, everything, just like, I don't know, man. Catherine O'Hara, what a goat.
Christmas Vacation for me.
Oh, Christmas
of
Vacation.
course.
Wait, Christmas
Definitely.
Vacation?
Yeah, I was like, shoot.
She's not in that.
Christmas Vacation?
Like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation?
Yeah. Gaslighting me?
I mean, she's in like
Home
50
Alone.
things.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, you're thinking about Home
Home
Alone,
Alone.
surely.
Home Alone. So sorry.
I'm like
So
scrolling,
sorry.
feverishly scrolling through
Freaking out.
IMDb. I'm like, am I crazy?
Holy shit.
No, she's
you're
in
talking
about I was
70.
going
She's in
insane.
like 70, 100
Oh,
things. So I was
she's
yeah.
in
like,
a
he's
shitload.
Home Alone.
She's
He
in
knows
Dick
what he's
Tracy?
talking
What
about.
The fuck?
Yeah,
Home
that's
Alone,
what I
of
mean. Like,
course.
she's in Dick Tracy. So when he said Christmas Vacation, I was like, cool, probably. I haven't seen that in forever.
I got
I've
to
been meaning to
see
rewatch Dick Tracy so hard. I want to
the
fucking watch
colors.
that.
The colors, Duke. The colors.
So sick.
That won so many awards, and people like talked about it so highly when it came out, but I have not seen it since it came out. I've not
Blockhead.
seen Dick Tracy. In a
Yeah, I
long
used to watch it
time.
as a kid.
Yeah,
I
I
love
saw it
Mandy
when I was a kid.
Patinkin, dude. Yeah, I got to see. I had gone to see. I don't remember if I told this story. I think I did, but like my friends were coming into town from Chicago because they got tickets to Danny Elfman in the Bowl and in the Hollywood Bowl, and we were all gonna like go see it. And then that same day, the news broke of his like misconduct stuff. That same
Wait,
day.
he did some fucked up shit?
Well, and so like let me tell you, my friends had already flown from Chicago to LA. They were staying at our house. We had these tickets. We had these plans to go to the bowl, right? And we get up the morning that this happens, and my friend is like, "Okay, hang on."
Like what?
We heard there were allegations. We have chosen, since we've done all this and spent all this money, to not look at the allegations until after the show.
That's a very modern experience.
Yeah, so
A
then we
very
all went.
LA modern experience also.
So then
Yeah.
we all went to the Hollywood Bowl and watched this show, and the vibes were like weird. Like Danny Elfman was being weird. He kept being like, "Thank you so much for being here. Like it really means a lot to me." Like blah 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 blah. And so like this whole time we were just like, "Jesus fuck, what did he do?" And literally as soon as the show was over, my friend, my friend Andy like looks it up.
It was
And,
tax
like-
fraud.
No, yeah, it was- I messed up. Shout out to Children's Hospital where that meme of the guy throwing confetti. Never mind. But anyways,
Rob
yeah.
Hubel?
So
Yeah.
he yeah, I don't know, exposed himself, did the like
Oh,
thing, whatever, like not good, not good.
Yeah, not
good
good.
stuff. Not whatever. But anyway, Katherine O'Hara was there. Saw her. She came out. She
Crazy.
sang Sally's.
bowl?
Yeah, she sang
Wow.
Sally's part in the Nightmare Before Christmas thing. Our seats were bad. We were like at the way back. So like, I've been a couple thousand feet from from Katherine O'Hara. My claim to that. But yeah, bonkers. Anyway,
That's so cool she was there.
yeah,
Let's see her.
really good. And she nailed it, obviously. Like she's the greatest. Oliver Leland says another opportunity to talk about After Hours. I guess that's my favorite movie featuring O'Hara, but her defining performance will always be the matriarch of the McAllister family in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. No, in Home Alone. I was roughly Kevin's age when I first saw the movie in the early 90s, and her performance anchors that movie in a way that isn't immediately obvious. Functionally, the movie's story does not change without her in it. The family arrives back home only moments after she does, which is after the main conflict of the movie has already been resolved. But thematically, her character is the heart of the film, embodying the love of a mother for her son, regardless of whether they
Totally.
are separated by heated arguments or thousands of miles. O'Hara rules, and the world is a worse place without her in it. All true. I mean, I just love her like feverish journey to try to get back to Kevin and like all the crazy stuff she goes
Yeah.
through.
John Candy hype.
Yeah, like stuck in that van with John Candy. Real
I think-
good.
it was really cool for me seeing her in After Hours. I definitely was the Leo meme pointing at her.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I had never seen her that young. I grew
So
up
young.
seeing Katherine O'Hara in movies, but up to that point, I had never seen her. Like, I don't know how young she must have been, but she's just like a punk rock young woman. She's got like a skull belt on.
Yeah.
And she's such a jackass. Like Griffin Dunn's trying to get like this phone number to help rescue him. She's yelling numbers at him so he'll forget them. She's like 5, 8,
Yeah.
9, 2. He's like, will you please stop? She
Yeah.
chases him down on an ice cream truck. Like, I love her in that
She's
movie.
fully crazy in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 1985. That was the year I was born, After Hours. So it's post, she had been doing stuff in Canada like SCTV, and that kind of stuff. But like one of her first like bigger movie roles, it's looking like
That's great.
yeah.
I wonder how Scorsese knew her, if she just got, like casted
SCTV
through a
probably.
casting process, or if he was watching SCTV. Yeah.
I wonder. Yeah, because like after that, I mean, like I'm trying to like pinpoint her like breakout. Martin Short, like she was on Martin Short stuff, so like they were coming up. But Beetlejuice had to be her breakout. 1988 is like her first big, huge,
Mhm.
huge, huge thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, dude, she is so unhinged in After Hours. It is so weird. Like that movie is just generally bizarre, and like it's a really interesting movie because like the main character is not like the best dude, but he's also like not a bad dude. And people just treat him like shit the whole movie. And you're kind of like, does he deserve this? Like, it's just like one really bad, weird night, you know?
Seeing how much it takes to break just like a regular schmuck almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the way that movie begins and ends is so funny, where it's just like, that's a movie where it's like, it's a comedy, but like, you could definitely read it as like a dark, dark tragedy too. Like, kind of. Anyway, yeah, she's so weird in that. And yeah, obviously Home Alone, she's just like that's her most like mom energy, like
Totally.
movie maybe. Jason, maybe Voynar? We have found
Voynar.
out. Uh,
Voynar.
we have Voynar, Voynar makes more sense. Home Alone is, without exaggeration, perhaps the most popular Christmas movie in Ukraine. And it's always a great pleasure to let people know that Kevin's mom is an absolute legend, and her role in these movies is just one of many iconic performances. I myself still haven't seen half of what she will be remembered for. Under anything else, my friend Anton Shtuka, stress the U, Shtuka, Anton Shtuka, has a new documentary in theaters called The Last Prometheus of Donbas. It's about what was the last working power plant on free Ukrainian land on the Donetsk Oblast, a region that had already been partly occupied since 2014. The film documents the workers keeping the plant in sustainable conditions under regular artillery fire while the front line inches ever so closer. Eventually, the plant is forced to evacuate as the city is ultimately occupied by Russia. I went to a screening that featured a Q&A with the director, editor, and one of the cameramen. A significant portion of the audience were people who once worked at that very power plant or were from the city of Kyrakov, where the plant is located. It got very emotional after the movie when so many of their comments were thanks for showing their hometown, which they may never see again. There were a few brief moments of levity during the screening, like when the director pointed out that I am American and speak Ukrainian fluently, and people started clapping, and I was like, please, guys, this evening isn't about me. Where the film would have
Nice.
been compelling enough on its own, documenting the last days of this power plant and city before occupation, the chapters are divided by Soviet newsreel footage and narration from just after World War II, espousing the benefits of Soviet virtues in rebuilding the region and constructing the power plant. It highlights the tragic absurdity of the Soviet Union's bastard child, the Russian Federation, wanting to reclaim what they see as theirs by historic right, but essentially destroying their own self-proclaimed legacy at the same time. While in one way it might seem strange to put an artistic slant on a documentary that deals with real people's lives and deaths in a war that is still ongoing, this decision helps elevate it beyond look at the suffering or look at the resilience, the latter of which has also become a very tiring thing to hear. That sounds wild. The movie is called The Last Prometheus of Donbas, Donbas.
It's a good title.
Yeah. God. Things are just so fucked just
Scary.
everywhere. God. Sorry. It's also been like, you may have noticed I only watched like 2 things. It's just been like, everything is just so much, you know? Everywhere. I mean, like, obviously no comparison, but like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I got like one of those emails from what's it called, American Cinematheque, and they're like doing Katherine O'Hara week.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then they're selling tickets for that, and they're also selling tickets for their upcoming Bleak Week. And I'm like, oh, yeah,
Bleak Week.
this is exactly like what we're talking about now.
Yeah. Jesus. Codalito says, I have seen far, far from everything Catherine O'Hara made during her very prolific career, but looking through the movies I have seen with her in them, I ask myself, did she ever miss? Home Alone, Beetlejuice, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind, to name a few, all absolute bangers, and she was great in every last one of them. My personal favorite is the original Home Alone, just because it holds so much nostalgia value for me. It's incredible how she managed to make a really horrible parent feel warm and relatable. But I guess it's all really that shitty uncle's fault, right? Because like he
little
throws
jerk.
away you little jerk, accidentally throws away the plane ticket. Anyway, my personal favorite is warm and relatable, but I guess that's why it's such a good portrayal of a parent. We love them in spite of their flaws, and she will be sorely missed. Classic anime of the month is Black Magic M66. In preparation of the upcoming Ghost in the Shell reboot, I'm going with another Masamune Shiro adaptation. This one is a really shameless mix of the Terminator, the Predator, and a dash of First Blood. This is right up your alley. Squeezed into a 45-minute action romp. So, not much space for plot, but who needs it when you have badass bandana-clad female reporter getting mixed up in the military chasing down 2 murder bots gone rogue?
Sounds
Sometimes
rad.
great action, cheesy dialogue, and a synth soundtrack are all you need in these chaotic times. Stay safe, everyone. Love and respect.
Love and respect.
Sounds fun. Black Magic
Does sound fun.
M66.
Black Magic M66.
Yeah.
That looks fucking cool.
I
That looks really cool. It looks really cool.
Black Magic
I like things that are
M66.
shameless. I like anime that's shameless ripoffs. Like, it's a lot of times that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
just like really love this animation style, like that
80s,
kind of art
90s.
style. Yeah, like late 80s, early 90s. Like obviously it's like when I grew up and started watching anime, but like, yeah.
A lot of stuff from that era was just like, let's make Aliens, let's make Terminator,
Yeah,
let's make
all of it.
RoboCop, and it was incredible
almost
for
say
it. I didn't
all of it
mind.
was-
It translated incredibly to animation style. Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Fede Crow says my favorite Catherine O'Hara movie role is from one of the best Christmas movies ever made. One of those movies that plays every single year during the Christmas season. One of those timeless, charming 90s classics. Of course, I'm talking about The Nightmare Before Christmas. Her role as Sally is what grounds the
Unreal.
movie. Jack is, of course, the heart of the movie and a hopeless dreamer. So her being the brains of the couple makes the movie work work into the classic it is today. Also, how many couples' Halloween costumes are Jack and Sally? That sure counts for something as well. Yeah, like her dynamic in that movie, her character in that movie is just so good because it's like she's like the stealth brains of the operation where she'll just be like, well, I don't know about that. And then like he'll be like, yeah. Anything else? First of all, I want to tell Huber that I did indeed mention Magnolia last episode as my second favorite PTA movie. So I did my part in mentioning that incredible movie. So yeah, I knew some people said it. Secondly, currently caught up with with Paradise, and I was wondering if you're also watching it. If you're not, I think it may be up your alley considering how much you love shows like Silo, Lost, and Fallout. What is Paradise? Finally,
It's okay. I couldn't get fully. I think I turned it on in a bad time. I watched like the first 2 episodes of season 1. It's a little bit mystery porny, but they like give away kind of the main mystery right away, which I like.
Pluribus did that, and I was like, yeah, I'm in. And I'm into this mystery.
Yeah, and I hear it just keeps getting better and better. Season 2 just dropped for it. It's on Hulu. It's got the dude from This Is Us. What's
Never
his name?
seen This Is Us. I don't know.
No. Is it Sterling K. Brown is the lead?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I need to get back into it.
Yeah,
it's like sitting
that
there,
guy,
and
he's good.
Yeah, and it was like it was good, but I just like it was a bad time. I guess I want to go back.
See, that happened to me with The Expanse. Like the first time I watched it, I was like, "This is not hitting now," but so many people love it. Yeah. Like you, like Isla, and I was like, I gotta come back later. I'm gonna circle back around. Yeah, and I just remember, way back in the day when most TV wasn't good, you did not judge a TV show by, its first couple of episodes. Right. You judged a TV show by how many people loved it, because that's all you had to go on. You would be like, everybody told you that the second season was great, and just get through. You had to plow through the first
season.
I
think about that. I think about that all the time, where it's like, I think about like Fringe, right? Where it's like, shows used to get the chance to get better. Like Fringe season 1 is rocky as hell. Like I don't really like it. And then like for me, that show gets good at like the end of season 2. And it's just like, that's an insane run up. Like things don't get a chance to try anymore. It's nuts.
I mean, we don't have a lot of time, and I get it. Time is we're short on time, but sometimes it is worth it, and it's hard to make that gamble and choose. What is going to be worth that time, and it's like, are we going to roll the dice on something that may be great in the long term, or do we want just like the medium good in the immediate term? But Huber, I think you and Dawn were talking about this recently on Easy Allies. You were talking about live service games and comparing it to like a restaurant. And a restaurant, maybe gets a couple years before it's good. Like it has to like budget. Like we're gonna be open for a couple years before we hit our stride.
The runway.
The runway, exactly. And TV shows used to have that. And I was like, I watched the first episode of Winona Earp because I was like, I'm going to watch a Western the other day. And I watched like 15 minutes of it. It was like, dude, I can't do this right now.
Dude, I
cannot do this right now.
Winona Earp because I know she's like, turns out to be gay or whatever. And which I'm like all into that, but I was just like, ooh, this is so bad.
Yeah, the writing was not, I was not feeling the writing. And I was like, I'm going to come back to it later. I was like, I'm going to put a pin in this. I'm going to come back later. I know people love this. I'm going to circle back and try and like put chug away a little bit more,
It's crazy though, because it's like on the same token, or the other side of that token is like, look at like Prestige miniseries or whatever, where it's like, those are good right out of the gate. Like things should be good.
Yeah. Like the last one of those I watched was Task, and it was like immediately. Yeah. It's amazing.
Or like The Beast in Me. I was like, oh, this is
front
great.
Though, that it's going to be like 6 hours long total.
Right.
Versus something else like, The X-Files or something. It's like, okay, this is going to be 200 hours.
I think maybe that's the crux of it, is like they don't make them like they used to, literally. Like they don't make things that are just, we have to bang one of these out every week. Yeah. So they can be okay or bad, but we just have to have an episode. Like I think about like Star Trek The Next Generation, where it's just like, these seasons had like 20, 30 episodes, whatever, like sometimes more. Like some of these like old cartoons and stuff had like 50. Like X-Files had so many goddamn episodes.
One of the seasons has 25 episodes, not even the 22. It was like 25. Where do you get that number?
And it's just like when you're doing that kind of stuff, because like back then it was like TV was was a means of entertainment, like because there was less to do. Like you didn't have a phone to look at, you didn't have an internet to go on.
So crazy.
You were just like, oh, it's Friday night, or maybe Monday, or maybe Sunday, because Fox keeps moving this shit around.
Even like the PS3 era, like there was a time in my life where it was like almost possible, and I made a real conscious effort to like keep up on like all the video games I wanted to play. A game would come out and be like, oh, I'm going to keep catching up. Nowadays, like that is legitimately impossible. In movies as well, and shows and everything. Like there reached a point not too long ago, honestly, maybe like what, COVID or right before just the streaming era we're in, where it's like, now we need to make those hard choices where it's like, I can't watch that, not watching it. Just like hard out on certain things. It's crazy.
Yeah. Age will do that too. I hit a certain age where I'm like, oh, I may not be able to read all those books I wanted to. I was like, damn, I may just have to watch the War and Peace adaptation. Shit, I'm getting old.
Read a YouTube video, watch a YouTube video summing it up.
Crazy. So much stuff.
It's funny they mentioned Lost because that's kind of when that shift happened. Like I really do think Lost was the bridge between disposable
old
TV
and new TV
and prestige TV.
You're so fucking right.
On the mainstream, anyway.
You're so right. On the mainstream for sure. 10 out of 10. Previously on Lost.
Fede continues.
Would you ever want a Lost 2 or a Lost revival? Would you ever want it?
Lost
depends on who was in charge.
Okay.
I love mystery box shows. I don't care. I won't get sick of them. I'm a sucker for that shit. Yeah,
we have to go back.
I like what's down the hatch. What's in the box? What's in the box?
You guys gotta watch From, you cowards.
I saw they just had a trailer for that, Isla, season 4.
There's a trailer. Oh shit!
Thought of you immediately,
dude. Does it have a date yet?
It does.
I've been waiting for season 4 for fucking ever.
It actually does.
Oh, piss! I gotta watch
April 19th.
Oh, that's soonish.
Coming up.
Damn. From, dude. The Michael Redemption, dude.
For your
Harold
pleasure.
Pinot or whatever. So good. I'm hoping From sticks the landing. If From sticks the landing, it is a wonderful show.
Is this the final season?
Part of me hopes so. Yeah. I don't know. Part of me hopes so, because I'm always just like, is the money gonna run out? Is the you know, like,
I'm so glad The Bear announced that they're ending with season 5. Get in, get out. It has potential now to be one of the most perfect shows. If this final season hits, let's go. It's like right there. It's right there. Like, it's crazy, end well, like, please.
It's crazy how for some shows 5 seasons is like, yeah, that's right, or maybe a little short. Yeah. Other shows it's just like, we're planning for 5. We maybe should have done 3, like Yellow Jackets. I'm like, we've been treading water here for a couple seasons. Like, let's get back on track here, Yellow Jackets. Anyways, Fede says, in case Isla didn't bring it up, just wanted to hear her opinions on Brandon Sanderson's deal with Apple. Personally, I'm beyond hyped we're getting both Mistborn and Stormlight Archive adaptations. Yeah, I'm jazzed about this. I'm excited about this primarily because Apple doesn't cancel shit as often as other streamers. They actually do let stuff breathe, and they give things that are like high budget, high concept more of a chance generally. Like they did cancel Constellation, I think it was called, but like that show was like okay.
There's always got to be a couple casualties.
But like, yeah, they're letting Foundation keep going. They let I know Damiani's really into For Mankind, For All Mankind, whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I think it's a good home for this specifically, and also like Mistborn being movies and Stormlight being a show makes sense, because it's like, how the hell else are you going to do that? I think Mistborn is a great jumping on point for Sanderson. So if you've never read any, start with Mistborn, the original trilogy. And then if you like that and you want more Cosmere, gear up, because there's a shitload of books to go through. I've read many of them, but not all of them. I've read all of Stormlight and all of Mistborn original. I didn't do the middle trilogy of Mistborn yet. But anyway, I'm very excited, and I hope it's all good. seems like they'll probably spend the money. Some nerd over there, some like Apple TV is run by a bunch of fucking nerds and I love it. Like they're making shows for me specifically. Slow burn ass Silo, fucking Foundation, Stormlight, Mistborn, all in. P.S. Hope this still makes it for Huber since Damiani told you about Luffy's brother in the Easy A podcast. I think you'd like to know that Zolo Marduena plays him in the Netflix live action show. Sorry if I butchered that.
From Cobra Kai.
Also know that, Zolo is Miguel from Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Oh, Miguel, he was good in Cobra Kai.
Love him. And he's in Blue Beetle, which is one of the most underrated superhero movies of the last 5 years. That movie was so fun.
Is he the main guy in that?
Yeah, he's the titular Blue Beetle. So fun. I think they're like James Gunn is somehow like keeping his character because I know they're doing the whole.
Blue Beetle. When they said stuff that was still gonna be canon, it was like it was something weird. It was like New Superman season 2 of Peacemaker or some weird thing, and then Blue
crazy.
Beetle.
Peacemaker is so good.
Some weird thing like that.
God,
I don't even know if his Suicide Squad is canon. I don't think it is.
The Suicide Squad is canon.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that makes sense because they're fighting that big like starfish thing out into Superman. I really liked that Superman. I don't know.
Oh yeah, so good.
Mark Hamill.
The whole Gunverse is like off to a really good start.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see once right wing ass fucking Nazi Paramount owns Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
If what happens there?
Seriously.
Yeesh. Mark Hallinan, not that Warner Brothers has been run by geniuses heretofore. Like, the whole fucking everything is stupid. I hate everything. Mark Hallinan, a true sign of greatness for me is making a guest appearance on Curb Your Enthusiasm and playing an original character as opposed to playing yourself. And this is exactly what Katherine O'Hara did when she appeared in season 7 of Curb, not as a version of Katherine O'Hara, but as Marty Funkhauser's sister, Bam Bam, in the intriguingly titled episode, Funkhauser's Crazy Sister. O'Hara also gets bonus points for giving her character's voice the same gravelly drawl that Funkhauser has. What a legend. Rest in peace. Stuff I've watched this month. I caught the 4K restoration of Hard Boiled on the big screen last night, and it was exquisite. I led up to this by finally getting some glaring holes in my John Woo watch history, which included A Better Tomorrow 1 and 2, absolute masterpieces, no notes. Bullet in the Head, wish I'd known beforehand that this is sort of John Woo's Deer Hunter, quite an intense watch, but very good all the same. And finally, Once a Thief, which was absolutely fine and a lot of fun. However, it has a frankly mind-blowing twist in the final third that basically makes it essential viewing for any John Woo fan. Take it easy.
Hell nice.
Yeah. How awesome. Yeah, I didn't catch any of his in the theater. I wish I had. They've been showing them everywhere across the country.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So fucking sick. Hard Boiled is one of the greatest movies ever
really
made.
Is.
Stop. And A Better Tomorrow is so fucking awesome. And The Killer is so fucking awesome. All
Killer's great.
Yeah.
Killer's such a good romance.
Peak action movies. Peak Hong Kong cinema. 10 out of 10.
One thing that blew my mind about Hard Boiled is that, there's like this huge like shootout happening at the hospital, and there's this thing where they go down the elevator, which is pretty like famous. But when they're like doing a shootout on one floor and then they go down the elevator and there's a shootout on the other floor, basically what they did is instead of going down to multiple floors to shoot, they go in the elevator, they redress the entire scene without like cutting the shot, and then they just open the door again. They're not going down to another floor in real life. They're on the same floor, and then they open the door, exact same floor, but they've redressed the entire room in like the course of like 20 seconds or something. They've just had people like run around like stagehands and stuff, redress the entire room, so it looks like a different floor of the hospital. If you watch the shot knowing that, it'll blow your mind.
That is insane.
I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's intense. A good John Woo movie to watch, totally different from him, is Last Hurrah for Chivalry. It's
Never
like a
saw it.
tradition. It's a traditional wuxia movie, just like swords and flowing robes. You know, like a traditional kung fu movie, but it still has his like bromance stuff going. You know, oh, I love you, bro. Oh, I'm gonna die for you, bro. There's probably doves in it.
there
It's
has to
very
be
good.
doves.
Gotta be.
It's
Gotta
very
be.
good, but it's like a very good traditional kung fu wuxia movie, just by John Woo, John Woo style. I love that movie. Yeah,
Putting the woo
Sick.
in woo
Last
shot.
Hurrah for Chivalry. Yeah,
Colt Smith says, I
gotta
mean,
watch
good
that.
God, what can you, what?
I gotta watch that one.
Yeah, it sounds good. Colt Smith says, I mean, good God, what can you say? A genuine legend. Beetlejuice and Dick Tracy are some of my earliest film memories, so she's kind of been in my life for the whole, kind of been in my life for my whole life. In Home Alone and Home Alone 2, she is perfection, charming, and one of the funniest people in spite of her shorter screen time. She could have done only Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas in her whole career, and she would have still been a legend. Without a doubt, the soul of that film. She's great in a series of unfortunate events, Chicken Little and Monster House. Her guest spot on 30 Rock is one of the best parts of that show, same as her spot on Modern Family. And all of that fails to mention Schitt's Creek, there it is, where she absolutely the star and standout performance. And that's all just mentioning her acting. On top of that, she was a spectacular writer and loved by everyone she worked with, a most magical human. Yeah, Schitt's Creek is it was so nice. It's just like
That's my parents' like favorite comedy of all time.
it's a
They've
good,
watched it all
it's
like
a good
3
comedy show.
times.
Yeah.
They're
Parents love it though.
obsessed.
Yeah. It's
It
good
was funny.
though. It's solid.
I watched Schitt's Creek and it was like it was really interesting because I really loved it and I really love Eugene Levy also and like the girl who plays Stevie in that she actually plays the Brad Pitt role in the TV version of 12 Monkeys, which I also really
Oh.
like.
Oh, neat.
That show's fun, dude. Check it out if you
Yeah.
haven't. But like, and it also ends well for a time travel thing. Like, it mostly makes sense. Real cool. But she's in that and she's real fun. But like, yeah, dude, Schitt's Creek, man. Like, it didn't quite hit the like all-timer highs for me. Like, maybe, but like, I really, really liked it. Just a really nice, good vibes show.
Love a good vibe show. You need a good vibe show.
I love her wine commercial.
Oh my God,
Where
yeah.
she's just like drunk off her ass. It reminded me of Orson Welles, wine
Yeah.
outtakes. If you've ever seen Orson Welles drunk
yeah.
trying to do a wine commercial, it seemed like an homage to that. But yeah, she's so good in Schitt's Creek. I mean, just going through the list there that you read for this comment, I mean, she's like in every comedy show that's great ever. She's
Yeah.
making an important appearance. The studio, if did someone
Studio,
mention that
yeah.
yet?
No,
She's
not
so
yet.
good in the studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how she shows up to help Bryan Cranston in the finale, which is just so hilarious. Like, I was just dying on the floor. And she's kind of like a straight, character in that,
Yeah.
but still very, very funny. I don't know what Katherine O'Hara her personality is like in real life, because she plays such a varied range of characters.
Chameleon.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
really is chameleon like, but all of them are funny. But I imagine the studio character would be somewhat like her actual personality because she's just like a regular person. And that, not some like wild, flailing comedic person, not an exaggerated stereotype. But I have no idea. I really have no idea what she's like.
One wonders. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she does. Yeah, like it's so funny to see, like thinking back to After Hours because it's like that role is such a combination. It's like her doing her like crazy goofy stuff, but like in an insidious way. And like so it's like a weird combination of her various chameleon-esque roles. Yeah. But yeah, in the studio, she's kind of just a nice, kind of mad lady, like justifiably angry.
Like mad angry or mad
Angry.
like
Mad because she got like shafted
got
by the studio
fired,
system.
like,
and she got
screwed
fired.
over.
got it.
Yeah.
Garrett Hallfish Katherine O'Hara is a legend. Finding a role others haven't already mentioned was tough. However, I really loved her final performance in The Wild Robot. She played Pinktail, an opossum mother. It was fun to see her take on a wild creature's view of death. When she loses a kid, death is played like an inevitable joke. If you haven't seen The Wild Robot, the movie is easily one of DreamWorks' best. It caters to the adults watching, and the story will fill you with all the right emotions.
One of my favorite movies, I swear to Christ, I've seen in like 10 years.
Wow.
No joke.
I didn't watch it because it looked sad as hell.
It is the fucking best. I could not recommend that movie any more than I can. Like, wow. That movie's the best.
That was the final comment, but like I just want to talk about some more about stuff that like her in Waiting for Guffman is so good paired with oh god, what's his name? Fucking Fred Willard. Just she plays characters that are like have like an innocence so well, and in that she's just like constantly being railroaded by her husband. Like, and it's just in such a charming like little way. And then yeah, in Best in Show, she's like, you know, married to Eugene Levy, and like her and Eugene Levy is just like maybe one of the best pairings of two people in film and TV history. Like, and like she used to be just like you know, a slut. And like in that movie, everyone is just, all these men are just like constantly coming up to her in front of her husband, Eugene Levy. And they're just kind of constantly just like, you remember me, right? And then she's like, you don't forget the best. It's just like,
You don't forget the best.
well, she's talking about herself, I guess, with you don't forget the best. But like, it was, oh God. And then such an emotional turn in A Mighty Wind. I've said this before, but I met Eugene Levy one time and I told him like how much that movie meant to me. And like at the time, like my girlfriend at the time and I, like our song was the one from that movie that they do. And it's just like I was gonna rewatch A Mighty Wind for this, but I was like, I will definitely just start crying, like for sure. Like that movie is so wonderful. I don't know. I just love it. I love her. Ugh. I mean, you know, but like she was young too, like
Yeah, 70s,
70s.
right? It's so fucked. So scary.
Yeah.
Someone at my work the other day, like, fell.
71, dude.
This guy just got up from his table and fell. His legs buckled out and he hit his head on the table and started bleeding, and the ambulance had to come.
Jesus.
Paramedics. And I'm just
Was
like,
it a coworker or
no, a guest.
Oh, damn.
I'm just like,
Fuck.
this is scary. It's so intense.
Yeah, life is pretty fragile. Like,
Yeah.
frighteningly so.
And I love that about movies is like like obviously when you're really invested in a movie and someone like dies in a movie, it's like you can empathize and relate and experience that in safety. But then you have things like this where it's like this actor who we grew up with watching across all these movies then passes away in real life. So there's like that different connection with death and just
Yeah.
it's intense.
I think
It just shows how powerful like movies are.
probably one of the things I always liked about Katherine O'Hara, even as a kid, she had an ability to make really unlikable qualities, you know, in characters somehow not repulsive.
Yeah.
You know, because like I think you could have other actors take on all these traits and you just be like, oh, they're like unbearable anytime they're on screen, you know, but she had like such an innate charm where she's like, how can I work with this, but somehow make them funny when they show up on camera, where you're still going to enjoy seeing them or enjoy watching this. Because I've seen less talented actors do that. and you're just like, I want to get to the next part of the movie, or like, can we just
Yeah.
kind of move along? And I think about Beetlejuice or Home Alone or something where, you know, those aren't like, you know, I think earlier a commenter said, "Oh, we love this parent, even though they're making terrible mistakes." But I remember Beetlejuice was the first time I really noticed her, where she's like this, you know, really pretentious art
Absentee,
collector.
yeah.
Yeah. And Lydia's mom. And you're not like, can we just get through this fucking part of the movie? You're just kind of like laughing along.
Yeah.
And
You're like,
now,
more her, please.
yeah, and now as an adult, I have to admit, like I kind of like don't really like blame her. Like she wanted to buy a nice house out in the middle of nowhere and put her art up, and she's got kind of like a jerky husband who doesn't
The
appreciate
husband
her
wanted
art.
the house. She did not want
Okay,
the house.
okay, yeah. So she got dragged out by her jerky husband who doesn't appreciate her art in the middle of nowhere, and she's just trying to make do with it. She's like, "Well, I'm an artist. You know, my art has to go somewhere." I'm trying to make this place feel a little like home, a little like, where did she come from? New York, probably.
What does she say? What does she say to him when she's like, if you don't let me gut this house and make it my own, I will go insane and I will take you with me.
Like,
So
I get
good.
it. Yeah. So
She's great
but
in Beetlejuice. I thought like they did a great job,
saw
especially
the
because
sequel.
of the real world cancellation of the guy who played the dad.
Yeah.
Like they did a good job of like handling that, but also like I thought she was great in that, and her storyline was really good.
I could see like a new Beetlejuice really doing a disservice to her or her
Yeah.
character and just leaving her out of the movie. But instead, they
Right.
made her a central character, made her relationship with Winona Ryder like that developed since the previous movie. They're adults, they have an adult friendship. Like it was very cool. I liked it. Yeah, so I'm glad with how they treated that character and how they moved that storyline along. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I rewatched it this morning, actually, the part 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
fun. The yeah, it's so often because like looking through her career here, like she's either like just funny, right? Occasionally she's serious, but kind of often, like you were saying, she's cast as like uncomfortable people. Like people who like, I mean, big time in After Hours, but also kind of in like she's pretty confrontational in The Last of Us. And
Oh
like,
my god, if she was the best part of that show.
yeah, oh, she's the only good
Oh my god.
But like and like Moira in Schitt's Creek also is like a lesser performance would have made that character so insufferable, and yet she's so lovable despite herself. And like she does such a good job at those characters, yeah, where it's just like, like I'm so uncomfortable right now, but I'm still loving it. Like this is so weird, but I'm into it. Like, yeah. And then also just like so much heart too in other roles. Yeah. What a winner. Goddamn.
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely iconic.
Any other thoughts on that? Tell me all your thoughts on Katherine O'Hara.
Enjoy today. Whenever you're
Yeah.
listening to this, after you log off of this, just enjoy it. Enjoy today.
Lord.
Soak it in. Breathe the air.
And watch Billy Jack. Get ready
Yeah.
for
And
our Billy
watch
Jack
Chicken Sick,
episode.
do
You
something
got, you got yourself a treat
Yeah.
ahead.
Huber,
Yeah.
today.
I know,
Take a
today-
deep breath.
Today is my only day off for the next like 10 days or something crazy, and I'm gonna just live it up. I'm gonna
Billy
live it
Jack's,
up with
Billy
Billy
Jack's
Jack.
intense. It's rated PG, but don't let the kids watch.
Yeah,
You'll have
no,
some
that is-
explaining to do.
That
if
is
you
an
let the kids
R-rated
watch.
PG for sure.
Temple of
Hard
Doom
R, hard
vibes.
RPG. Hard RPG.
It's harder R than Temple of Doom. Like,
Harder
Teenage
R
Mutant
than
Ninja
Crime
Turtles
101.
vibes. Rated R.
way harder.
No, way
Way
harder.
harder.
Harder R than Crime 101, I guarantee you.
The most, yeah, it's more R than Crime 101, I bet.
I
It made
Spit
me
on
think-
your grave, PG.
Yeah, it made me think about Peck and Paw
Yeah.
Whoa.
kind of a lot.
Wild Dogs, PG.
It's a good Straw Dogs PG. It is Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia PG. Anyways,
Well, join us. We'll have a good time
Yeah.
breaking it down, and we'll talk about Billy Jack. It's been long promised, and it's the next thing headed in your podcast feed or your YouTube feed.
I
You're
guess
gonna
now that
love
we're
it.
not filming it immediately after this today, I could put up a post and get comments for it too. So we'll do that.
Oh yeah, it's a party.
Yeah.
Billy Jack
Okay. Thank
party.
you, everybody. Yeah. So bonus episode coming in. I mean, Huber's gonna watch it today, and then we'll figure out a time to film it. Huber's got a crazy work schedule, like he said. So hopefully we'll find a time soonish.
Oh yeah.
Our aim is to do it within March because the whole point is
Yes.
to do a bonus within March.
For sure. For sure.
Because we're so late on this one. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoy that, and we will talk to you again very soon, sooner than usual. Thank you. Patreon.com/reaction shots. Get in on that conversation and the Discord for $3. Chuck us a buck.
Yeah, thanks to all the new subscribers. Been watching
you.
pop up. You're all very kind. Thanks to all the legacy subscribers too. We appreciate you all. You're the best.
Appreciate you. We're just this scrappy little, thing. We just do it because we enjoy it, and we could hustle and try to do social media stuff, but honestly,
We do it for the love.
don't want
love
it.
of the game.
yeah, no doubt. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.